This is Ginger. Welcome back to the farm. So today I have been out all day long. My sister had a doctor's appointment and it took pretty much all day to get done. And I am just now getting out to do some work with Jigsaw. It's like almost 7 o'clock. And the thing is like he's been frustrated all day long because he's been bored apparently. And he needs something to do. So, I have to give him something to do. Well, okay, so let's get to work. So one thing that I like to start with is a little exercise called walking a line. And so I just pick a point and I walk that line and I don't veer off of that line. And his job is just to keep up with me and stay out of my way. So I talk about there's always 2 rules to anything when working with horses, and that's 1, you don't pull on the end of the rope, and 2, you don't come into my space uninvited. And this is like a good beginner exercise to do with that. But he struggled with it here at the beginning because he was just really pissy with me. And he didn't want to really move off the line, and then when he would, he wanted to pull on the end of the rope and not come with me. So anytime he did that, I would just turn and change directions. So if he didn't offer any kind of forward motion with me, I would just turn and come right back into him and force him to move out of my way. And It took a few minutes, but he finally got it. And then we just did a few shoulder over exercises, and he started getting those pretty good. So see, he didn't want to come up there, and so I had to help kind of remind him that he needed to come up and move forward. But he's still trying to be just a little defiant about it. Like, I just don't quite want to do it quite yet, but he struggled this week with not being handled every single day, and so he's definitely going to be the kind of horse who's going to need a lot of attention, and that's okay. That's just who he is. He's still very, very young, and he may always be that way. I don't know. We'll see. But so here I'm just asking him to move his front shoulders over just a step or two, and he's still not really great at it, but honestly, I'm not really great at it either, so it just is what it is. But he got him, and then he started really settling in and started relaxing and started moving with me a lot better. And then that's when I moved on to some leading exercises where whenever I walk, I like for him to walk. He's still kind of lagging, just a step or two behind. But again, see, I would have liked him to start walking as soon as I did, but he waited just a second. But that's okay. I'm not going to nag him on that because, again, he's very young and he's still learning. So we'll get better and better at that over time, but that was a little bit better. Eventually, I like to get him to where I don't have to put any pressure on the rope or the stick at all, to get him to come forward and, walk when I walk, whoa when I whoa. And that's how we ended, and he did that very nicely, and so I call that a win. Good job. It was much nicer than earlier. It's kind of being like a prick there at the beginning, but finally got it together. Yeah? You upset about it? I'm sorry, I called you a prick. You kind of were. Yeah? He tried to back and get away from me, and then he hit the electric fence, and then he had tried to bolt down past me. I know you did. Yeah, you nip at me, you're gonna get your ass beat right here on camera.